Who Dares Rolls podcast, and you're joining me in my extravagant garden as I surprise myself with some beer and play some board games. But this is not all I'm doing here. You may be aware that a mere 3 weeks from now we will all be at the UK Games EXPO, which is the largest and biggest and shiniest big convention for board gamers and designers and fans of this whole wonderful cardboardy flavoured hobby will gather together for a couple of days and play games an awful lot. So I took this opportunity to sit down here and just run you through a few of the delights that will be available at the time. So bear with me, and here we go. So on the Friday at stand A9, I will be in attendance at the Play More Games booth, makers of such wonderful fare as the Race to the North Pole, a game of take that and nasty strategies and a spinny thing in the middle of the board. It's done very well in the UK and across the world, and they're lovely blokes of Finland, and I can't say nice enough things about them. They've even allowed us to have a space on their stand to do our video interviews on behalf of the UK Gaming Media Network. But there's more. I made a list. At stand A15, you will be able to find Mr. Paul Grogan from CGE, a man who doesn't really need an introduction and who can literally stay on the stand for 72 hours straight without even requiring a drop of water. He's like a machine. He'll be demoing a few things. There'll be the new Alchemist expansion, which Alchemist came down at the Essen a couple of years back now, which is the chemical and formula making game of an app. But more excitingly, there's strange rumours of a new version of a little game called Codenames, which you may have heard about. Well, Codenames Pictures will be there in a version to look at, which Codenames last year was there and proved to be quite popular. So I suspect this might also be a little bit popular as well. Then across from me at stand A8 is Surprise Stare Games, which is everyone's favourite gaming uncle, Mr. Tony Boydell will be there. Now he's bringing something a bit special. He will be releasing the first time ever in the entire galaxy his Guilds of London, a game that's been about 2 ice ages in preparation for this event. Everyone's a bit excited about it. I am. Tony, if you don't know, he designed Snowdonia, which is a brilliant game of building up a mountain of train stations and stuff. Ivor the Engine, another trainy thing, which is very good, and just generally all sorts of stuff that appear from his shed of gaming delights. Well worth a check out. Go and see Tony. Have a look at Guilds. Hopefully pick yourself up a copy. So there's that. What else have we got though? So it stands C3 as Medusa Games, which is Richard Denning, who's the great granddaddy of the UK Games Expo. But aside from that, also in his spare time, he does design games. He's given us such delights as Great Fire of London. He didn't start it, but he did a game on it. Tinker Tailor, which is a really cool little card game. Came out last year's Expo. Can't recommend it highly enough. Well worth a look up. And he'll be showing off his designs and the pre-production for 9 Worlds, which is his latest mystery project. We don't really know much more than that, but it looks kind of cool. So pop along to Medusa's stand, have a look at that, pick up some games, and have a play in 9 Worlds. And then we've got stand B1 will be Yay Games. Mr. Andrew Harmon, a great British designer, he will be there with Ominos, which is his latest design. It's a game that has lots of dice, Ominos, in it. It's a really cool little filler game. Let's take that options and all sorts of fun. Really quick, plays really well. He'll be there selling the limited deluxe edition, which comes in a tin and a rather nice play mat. Lots of dice. Cannot recommend this one highly enough. I've had a lot of fun with it. Well worth grabbing. And have a look what else he's got on stand there. What else we got? So at stand C25 will be the auctioneer. Elliot Simmons will be auctioning stuff throughout the day. You can't miss him because he's very loud. So if you want to find the stand, just keep an ear out, follow the noise, go and see Elliot. He will have his own game auctions on sale there, but also he'll be doing these auctions all throughout the event, and just bring some earplugs or something, because he can be a little bit on the loud side. What else have we got? So then River Horse will be there at stand F12. They are coming along with Labyrinth, based on the Jim Henson 1980s classic. And it's got lots of cool minis, and it looks kind of cool, and it's just kind of digging into my nostalgia nobbin and getting me all a bit quivery about the thought of that. Got to be worth a look. Steam Forge will be there with Dark Souls. say what you like about it. There's going to have lots of minis. Whether they show us a bit more of that one, it's a bit popular on Kickstarter at the moment at over £3 million. So if it's your thing, definitely worth a look. What else have we got there? Another Who Dares Rolls favourite, Tom Norfolk with their Stackbots. He's got a new expansion coming out. Hopefully it'll be at the show. If not, you'll be able to pick up a copy of one of the others. It's a really good game about little tiny vicious bastard robots battering the bejesus out of each other. Really good fun, little cards. Another good UK designer. I cannot recommend you go and hunt him down and have a play of it and pick yourself up a copy. For under a tenner, you can't even buy food for that. And then, of course, I would be remiss not to mention Mr. Andy Hopwood. We were there on Hopwood Games, who is kind of part of the EXPO furniture. He'd be there with some of his games designs, which are always cool, little, interesting, magical implements. Well worth a look. Go and see what else is going on there. And then, of course, there's the big boys. Z-Man there. They are premiering and releasing for the first time is Beyond Baker Street, which is a new card game involved in the Sherlock Holmes world. And then they're doing a raffle for some mystery sort of pandemic Cthulhu-demic thing. Yes, Rise of Cthulhu, which doesn't launch officially until Gen Con. You can enter a raffle with a chance of actually winning yourself a copy, which will have before anyone else in the whole world. That's amazing. Asmodee's there, Fantasy Flight will be there, Tom Vassell will be there. Well, you know, the lights and sounds are just too much to afford. So, you need to free up your weekend for the 3rd through the 5th of May. UK Birmingham, the UK Games Expo is at the Birmingham NEC. A couple of days. If you really any interest in the hobby at all, you've got to be there. It's like mainlining it. And this is where all us junkies will gather together and enjoy ourselves. And there's more to that. Find food, company, jolly good stuff. If be there or be square, as the old saying goes. That's it. So if you want to see more of what we have to offer, then obviously pop by whodaresrolls.com. We have a podcast. You can tweet me at whodaresrolls and Facebook me at whodaresrolls. But yes, stay in touch, keep in touch. See you over there and have fun gaming. Sort of.